Hello and welcome everyone. Today's stream is going to be No Man's Sky. We're going to be doing a fresh start on a normal gameplay, and it's going to be teaching you some tips and tricks, some basics, and just how to start the game off if you haven't played before. This is Joker at Joker's Wild Game. Here we go.
Commencing at assistant suit initialization.
Right away, I want to give you a tip, because when you stop, you're looking at the screen. Like when your guy stops moving, he's going to be pointing in the direction of your crashed ship, and that's the direction you're going to want to go. This is an amazing game. I've played it a few times now. Completed the story and all the missions. Very calming game, relaxing game if you want it to be. It can be a very fun and energetic game if you want it to be too, depending on what missions you're doing. Very fun game for exploring, survival based. So now we're facing forward here. And the first thing it's going to show you is that your hazard protection is low. So what we're going to need to do is start collecting as much resources as we can. So he's going to tell us to perform a scan. What we'll do is we'll perform a scan, and right away it's going to tell us scanner critically damaged. So what we're going to need to do is collect 75 ferrite dust so that we can fix our scanner. Now this plant doesn't have any in it because it only has the basic element of just carbon, but we're going to need to collect that anyways. This rock here, oh, that's the ferrite dust that we're going to need. Collect that. Get the carbon at the same time. We need some more. We'll keep, as I said, keep heading in the direction that you were originally facing. That's the direction your ship will be. Gonna collect some more ferrite dust here. Almost got enough. And it'll show you that the first element is ferrite dust underneath. And we got enough. So now it says gather ferrite dust for repairs. Now repair scanner that is damaged. So you're gonna push. I'm playing on Xbox, so it's down on the D-pad. Or sorry, select, pull up your inventory, flashing module there, that's what it's telling you it wants you to fix. You click on it, it brings it up, you're going to click on the module again that's flashing, it says it needs 75 of 75 ferrite dust, click A to repair. Now we have our scanner. Now it's wanting us to scan for sodium, because we're low on hazard right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go grab this sodium plant here. Remember, we're still heading in that direction over there, because that's the direction of our ship. Awesome, we got 2 sodium plants here, so we'll pick those up with X. Again, you can go into your inventory, take the sodium directly and put it here, or quicker, you go down on the D-pad and it'll bring up a quick menu, up to recharge. It'll then automatically bring up what you can use. We don't have these yet, but we have sodium. So we'll take the sodium and it automatically puts it into the hazard for us. Now, what I want to do though, we need to be heading this direction. See? That beacon's now appeared because that's the direction we're going, because that's where our ship will be. But what I want to do first, before we get all the way over there, oh, we're gonna stop at this. This is the fallen damaged technology. You want to open these as much as you can. So with this, you could take it and put it in your exosuit. Since we're playing on normal, we got the inventory. We'll end up selling it or something. We don't need it right now, but we could keep it for now. Or if you held right stick on it, it would get rid of it. So that gave me an upgrade. Now see what upgrade I got. It is a pulse engine module for my starship. Now I don't have my starship yet, but that'll be handy later. So I'm going to hide this down there, and we're going to leave it there for now. And now we're going to start heading towards the marker again. Ah, we found some dihydrogen. We're going to need a bunch of this. I'll show you why. Grab as much of this stuff as you can. Make sure your laser doesn't overheat. There's a trick you can do. Is what you do is you keep your laser going from almost overheating and just keep it near the brink of overheating, but don't let it overheat, and you'll do more damage with your laser than you would normally do. The higher the heat for your laser is, the higher damage it will do. But if you overheat, it goes into a rebuffing stage. We're gonna grab some more ferrite. Is that a cave? That's a cave. Perfect. So we want this cave because when we go down inside of it here, we have cobalt. And what we need the cobalt for, I'll show you in a second. See, I let it overheat. Collect up all this cobalt. Oh, I got a marrow bulb there. Now you can collect marrow bulbs in caves as well. They'll give you more sodium. But we want this cobalt. Oh, mighty be bred out. So what we're gonna have to do is go back into your recharge. You can go again through your inventory or through the hotkey at the bottom. And then it's gonna need 80 of 80 to fully recharge it. If you don't want to use all your carbon, you can split the stack with X if you only want to half fill it. So I've only put half the amount in. But I'm going to collect more carbon anyway, so I'm going to fill it all the way up. And what we're going to do now is collect a little more cobalt. How much do we have now? We're going to go over to our exosuit. We got 195 cobalt. Ferrite dust. We can now make ion batteries. And what these will do is instead of using the sodium for recharging your hazard protection, you could use ion batteries. And the thing about that is that the ion batteries take a lot less, and one ion battery will fill you from empty to full. So the benefits are much more substantial if you use ion batteries over using raw sodium. So we're going to make as many as we can here. We can make all of them. We'll make them all. Stick those guys down there. And then while we're here, we're going to take these. These are called albumin pearls. And they are worth good money if you were to sell them. So we're going to grab a hold of all these. Make sure when you're grabbing any items like these though on planets, especially fresh start, that they are worth money to the local authorities, and the local authorities are robots that float around and are called sentinels. If they see you taking their products, they will chase you and hunt you down. So we don't have any looking at us right now, so we're okay. So we're gonna grab all these if it'll let me. Alright, we're not gonna grab that last one. We're gonna continue on with what we were doing. Alright, so I tried shooting that and it would not let me harvest it because I need the advanced mining laser at this time. We'll grab one more cobalt. We're gonna grab none of those. We're gonna head out on it. Now, right now, I'm gonna grab a little more ferrite. Again, we're gonna grab some more dihydrogen crystals. Careful not to fall off the edge of the cliff. Fall damage won't kill you on normal difficulty from this height, but it will take a lot off your health. This here is a container that we can't open yet. It requires an Atlas pass, but I'll show you that at a later time. But these little containers, we can open those, and they usually have decent things in them. So we're gonna start heading towards the beaker again, or beacon. What I want to do, see if I have enough dihydrogen. I do. So what I want to do with the dihydrogen, we're gonna make dihydrogen jelly. We're gonna make 3 of those, and with those, oh, we don't have enough yet. We're gonna try to make life support gels, but we need carbon and dihydrogen jelly. So we're gonna find some more carbon from these plants. Usually have carbon, and then rocks. Small rocks are your ferrite dust. We want some more carbon. Keep heading in the direction of our beacon. Got another damaged machinery. That we'll grab. The living slime. So right now, at this early stage in the game, you can pick it up to sell it, or just get rid of it. But later on, there are many different uses. I will pick it up. Show you some little tricks with it. Nanites too. Grab some more carbon. We have enough now. So we're going to make 3 life support gels. Because again, using a life support gel, you can stack 200 in one pile, so it frees up a lot of room for other stuff. They are more beneficial to use them for resources. You're going to end up needing your other resources for other things. So life support gel and ion batteries are the best way to bring back up your life support and your hazard protection. Grab some more dihydrogen. Alright, so now, just over this ridge is where the beacon will be. There's our ship. We're gonna pick up these. Always new stuff. We got 3 new items. We got some oxygen, we got some condensed carbon, sodium nitrate. This will be our ship. Pretty good ship to start with, especially once you put all the upgrades and modules into it. Damaged container, rusted metal. If you're ever low on ferrite, you can refine this into ferrite dust. Damaged machinery. Now this viscous fluid is the same as the living slime. Viscous fluid can actually be refined into living slime. Keep it as well. Now we will do the beacon. Scenario iteration 2311-87661T deleted. Boundary separation failure likely. Vessel 16 emptied. Cause Sentinel intervention. Deliberate transfer. Analysis fresh iteration generated. Anomaly contaminated prepared. Containment repaired. Broadcast. Broadcast received. Traveler anomaly detected. Anomaly is compliant. Position logged. System integrity scan initialized. Now says investigate the crash ship. We go over to the ship. Oops. It's on fire. Board the crash ship. It's on fire, but it won't hurt you. Iteration long number online. Atlas connection intermittent. Launch thrusters offline. Pulse engine offline. I find myself alone on a strange world, unequipped and in danger. I have no memory of how I got here, no sense of before. But the ship at least seems to recognize me. The controls react to my touch, or at least that of my exosuit. I'm not dead yet. And this ship is a lifeline out of the stars. Out to the stars. Read log. Log 4925A. Unavailable. Substituting data. Exosuit. Connected. Suggestion. Pilot should perform maintenance. Select desired repair path. Repair ship systems. Self-guided repair protocols. Initiated. So the pulse engine is going to need a hermetic seal and metal plating. So push X to get in and out of your ship. So we need a metal plating. Get a metal plating. That's what we were collecting the ferrite dust for, was the ion batteries and metal plating. We have 1 metal plating now. You don't have to get into your ship every time. You just have to be standing near it. 1 metal plating. Now it's repaired. Same as before. It'll show you the flashing module for which one you need to repair. Now, it'll tell you in the bottom corner what we're supposed to do next. Now we need a hermetic seal. Request assistance. Reveals a hermetic seal is nearby. Salvage planetary chart from a distress beacon cache. Now doing that, it gives you a blueprint to make the seal. We'll go over here. Appear inside the beacon's housing, as well as its distress broadcast unit. It contains a planetary chart. So we're going to take this chart because it's going to lead us to where we can purchase one at first, but then we can actually make one later. So it's going to say open up your inventory. You're going to click on this planetary chart right here and plot route with X.
Alert. Navigational data received.
Distance 908 units.
Falling.
So we're going to be heading in the direction of the red beacon. Our health and life support's still good, so we don't really need to pick up anything at the moment. So we're actually just going to head on out. Oh. Pick this oxygen up first. And for some reason, my game is glitching out and switching between first and third person. If any of you want to play in first person, you go down into the quick menu, down with D-pad. You can go all the way over to utilities, and you can toggle camera view. It'll put you into first person. I just prefer to play in third. But another tip that I should have told you right off the bat, I'll tell you right now though, push the start button. For some reason, go into network, they don't have it set, but PvP is automatically set to everyone. So what you want to do is, if you just want a casual game at first, go in and switch that to no one right away. That's inside your network, inside your options. Back to the game.
Weather warning. Incoming storm.
Now if you put your crosshairs on the beacon, it will tell you a distance. To click right stick in would be to run or sprint. Oh, okay. We're in the middle of a toxic storm right now, so our hazard system's going down very quick. You'll have to keep an eye on that and make sure it doesn't go all the way out, or else your life support will then also go away quickly. Careful climbing down this.
Falling.
Again, you don't want fall damage. Won't kill you, but it does hurt. We will collect the sodium along the way. I'm not too worried because we have those ion batteries, which will fill up the hazard protection again from empty to full. But what you want to do is, in a situation like this where you're in a storm
Falling.
and you can't fill up right away, you're going to want to find a cave, because the cave will actually protect you from the elements.
Toxic protection. Falling. Toxic
Now I'm going to use one of these, and it'll bring my hazard protection all the way back up.
Toxic protection. Falling.
Now A is to use your jetpack, and I'm going to show you a trick. You might be worried because there's this giant wall here, but But the jetpack actually has a climb feature. As long as I can get close enough to the wall, it's a flat enough surface, it will take you right to the top.
Weather update. Storm clearing. Toxic protection. Falling.
And now the storm's cleared, so we're good. Our toxic and our life support will slowly fall again. Now again, if anyone was worried about that, you could have gone inside of a cave. It would have protected you. You could have collected resources in there, and your suit will tell you when the storm is over, even when you're inside a cave. Now we're at the building. The residual goop again is the same thing as the living salmon, the vicious fluid. It could be broken down. So a problem with procedural generation games is this is the door I'm supposed to get in. Let's see if I can. Doesn't look like we can. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna see if I can make it yet. And I can't yet.
Toxic protection.
Well, that's interesting. I've never ran into this situation before, so we are going to need fix our hazard protection first.
Technology recharge.
See if I could get in here somehow.
Toxic protection. Falling.
Even this counts as protection right now. It'll let my hazard go up. Let's see. Well, this is interesting. So we're going to make a visor first. Oh, it starts you with an extra module that gives you an extra 10% to your life support tank. So we're gonna put that on, since I have the oxygen anyways. We're gonna make sure that they're side by side, because now there's a blue box around them, and that's showing that they're actually boosting each other. So I don't know what the percentages are, but by having them together, they work together. Now we're going to go here, and we need this analysis visor.
Technology installed.
That says you need 1 carbon nanotube. So go to your exosuit. And a carbon nanotube takes 50 carbon, which I have.
Product constructed.
Back to your multi-tool, to the analysis visor, and we can install that nanotube now. Now that we have that, we can look through our analysis visor. And looking through that, it'll actually benefit us in a lot of ways. So first, you can scan all the creatures, all the plant life, and all the minerals. And every time you scan them, it's going to give you units. And depending on the rarity, it'll give you more. I'm telling you, scan just about everything and it will give you money. Push right stick to zoom in with your scanner as well. And with the visor, you can see there's damaged machinery over there. We have buried items here, damaged machinery. It'll also show you your mining deposits, different plants on the planet that will actually benefit you depending on what they're used for. It will then mark all of the creatures surrounding you. If you've scanned them already, it'll be a green paw print. If you have not scanned them, it'll be a red dot. But so normally you'd go inside of here and you would get your hermetic seal and you would go back to the ship and you'd fix it. But I got one of the weirdest starts I've ever got, and I can't get in the door. So I'm going to need to get what's called a terrain manipulator just to get into there. So this is going to be more difficult for me than it would be for any of you guys. So yeah, let's try to find a building that will have a guy that could sell me blueprints. Now this is buried technology that you will need later as well. You can get that with your terrain manipulator as well. Nothing like too close to me, so I'm gonna fly up over here again.
Toxic protection.
Head back towards ship. See if there's any buildings in this direction and try to kind of stay in the general area of my ship. But we'll see. Right there's the upside down cross. That's your starship actually. You can see it on your scanner if you're looking for it. Oh crap. Be careful not to take fall damage, as I just did. Your jetpacks aren't the greatest at the beginning. They're enough just to give you a little jump. But later on you can change that with upgrades and modules. Careful of hazardous plants that will whip you. Others will shoot out a poisonous spore. Our ship's over there. There's another hazardous plant.
Toxic protection. Falling.
Hmm. That is damaged machinery. Near damaged machinery, you'll always find buried technology. Damaged machinery are those little pods that I keep picking up. Give you nanites or an upgrade module.
Toxic protection. Falling. Technology recharge.
Now, the only reason the hazard protection is falling so fast is because we're on what's classified as a dangerous planet, where it has a higher toxicity level. Each planet will have its own set of elements. There are paradise planets like Earth in the sense of like no radioactive, no toxicity, no heat, no cold, just all around well planet. But then there are, as I just went through the elements and stuff there's radioactive planets. This is a toxic planet. You have your heat-induced planets, your extreme cold planets, dead planets, which are really fun to go to, but usually nothing on them. Then you have lush planets, which are a kind of paradise, like which paradise planets fall into, but they're usually your green planets, but they can have high humidity and different kinds of heat storms and stuff like that. It all just depends on which planet you're going to and which planet you're looking at. Now you might see the starships and think that they're going to a building. They might not be, because there is just ambiance of ships flying around at times. Try not to take any fall damage. All sorts of buried goodies, but we can't get to them yet. But we're gonna go this way. And keep pulsing your scanner every time it's recharged, then it will bring up different items in your surroundings, different elements. We'll go to that floating crystal. Worth the money. Scan this guy, because we haven't scanned him yet. Floating crystals, and we can't even get them yet because we don't have the advanced mining laser yet.
Toxic protection. Falling. Units received.
Another thing about scanning an item is that it'll actually show you what the secondary element of it is too, and it'll give you more of it when you scan it. Oh, we got a geode. Oops. Let it overheat. You see, if you keep it up near the top, the damage numbers go up. There we go. Our first frigate path flying over top. Very nice. 2 explorers. And can't tell if that's an attack or a support.
Toxic protection. Falling.
We'll go to the Jetson pod.
Life support power. Low.
And as I said, right now you guys would probably already be in your ship, but because of the way the building spawned, I can't get into it until I get a terrain manipulator. Refill that with an ion battery. Going to refill that with one of our life support gels. And we're good to go for a bit again.
Toxic protection. Falling.
Of course, I landed on a hazardous plant. Come on, building. Now we're looking for a trade outpost. Preferably a small settlement, because they will have the guy who will sell you the blueprint. But you could also find a colossal archive, which will do the same. Minerals.
Units received.
Remember, as you're walking around, just keep scanning anything that has question marks on it, just for that extra bit of money.
Units received.
I haven't sold anything yet, and I'm already up to 13,000. Grab that condensed carbon. Grabbing a hold of those blue plants will give you a temporary jetpack boost. Underwater protection module. Nice, but we don't need it yet. The geode we got, you hit X to open it up, and it'll usually give you cobalt or sometimes silver.
Toxic protection falling.
An unknown grave. We're gonna go there. Hope there's a building nearby. So this is a knowledge stone, and what these are gonna do is each race has their own language. And you'll slowly learn the language by finding all the knowledge stones and then talking to all the different NPCs in the game. You can ask them to teach you dialect. And over time, eventually, you can learn them all, but it's gonna take a long time because there's 1,600 words. And there's 3 species, not including another 4th species. Here, you're gonna learn a word. We learned Gek, which is one of the 3 races. You'll always learn what the race's name is first. 3 races are Vy'keen, Gek, and Korvax. You are a traveler. If any of you are curious to how I'm moving forward like that, you punch and then jetpack at the same time, and it'll push you into a forward thrust. But be careful when doing it. Hitting walls, you will take the fall damage. I asked this question that no one had asked. It was simple. The sentinels. What are the do they come from? Just made it my life's work to find. Left logs, records across worlds. The fallen traveler's grave is marked by a glyph, an epitaph of some ancient technology. Extract the glyph. Now these glyphs, I do not recommend you going and trying to find them all right now, because there are 16 of them and they're scattered across the universe through these travelers, and these travelers aren't easy to find. It's a random occurrence that you'll find them at a space station, or I'm pretty sure you can only find them at the space stations actually. And so what it is the better way to do it is if you go through the missions, eventually you're gonna get all those glyphs for free anyways, instead of having to go and try to find them right away. So if you were to go progress through the missions, you will get them all. One of 16. But going to that, it actually gave me a memory fragment, and when I opened that, it'll give me another underwater protection module.
Toxic protection. Falling.
So I'm good when it comes to a water planet. I came from that way. See if we have a building nearby now. Go up the hill. Now you notice, you see my backpack is actually flashing red. You can use that as a visual cue to let you know when your life support is, or not life support, your hazard protection is low. And then the blue side is for your life support.
Toxic protection. Falling. Technology recharge. Toxic protection. Falling.
But the other reason I'm hoping I can find at least some sort of building is even if I can't find the guy to find the blueprints, we could potentially buy the hermetic seal instead. Another module. Did we get the module? No. No. For damaged machinery. At this point, I'm just picking up everything till I find a building. building. Would you look at that? Crawl down here. Try not to get hurt. So your sodium, at night it's really easy to find the plants because your sodium will glow yellow, your oxygen will glow red. Oh, we got a manufacturing facility, so not what we were looking for. Is there is a sentinel. So those will have some things in them, but not what we're looking for, unfortunately.
Toxic protection. Falling.
It's just telling me that I have an upgrade module because I now have the resources available to put it on, but that's for my starship, so we can't put it on right now because we're not close enough. I can get all the little ones, but I can't get the big crystal because that one you need the advanced mining laser for.
Toxic protection. Falling.
Yeah, see, if you look at the door, you're not going to be able to get into it. Or can you? No, reinforced door. Hi guys, I'm just visiting. Don't worry about me. Gonna check out these boxes. They won't care if you do that. But they will care if you pick up resources near them. Mine. Now, other planets do have aggressive sentinels, and they will attack on sight, but not on the first planet they give you.
Technology recharge.
We're gonna make This is a mining deposit. You need the terrain manipulator for it. But you'll see them shiny and sticking out of the ground like that. They'll be different colors depending on what the element or mineral is. Go up here, get a better view. Because right now our scanners are just at the beginning. They won't scan as far, so you might actually be able to see things with your vision before you can see it with your scanner.
Life support power low.
We'll learn another word from the knowledge stone. Learn the Gek word for friend. So now every time a Gek says friend or Gek, it'll be translated automatically for you. Have gone quite far that way. We'll start heading across this way.
Technology recharge. Toxic protection falling.
I know. Go for their damaged machinery. Cool. That was a little further than I wanted to fall. Do we see any buildings?
Toxic protection. Falling.
We're gonna have to switch the title of this stream from Fresh Start to Things Don't Go This Way Normally. This is my 5th start, and it's the first one I've had problems with like that. Even doing the no startership challenge, I did not run into that issue. Oh, mining being low, so we'll charge it up. The carbon you can turn into condensed carbon. So since we have more condensed carbon, we're going to use that, and it takes less condensed carbon to fill the mining beam than it does regular carbon. Over there, might as well pop another battery in. Now the foods like jade peas and sweet root and stuff like that,
Toxic protection.
you can use these as well. If you're in a sticky situation, consume it, the jade peas, it gives 5% life support power. And that's, so you'll see, like right away, 80, 85, 90, 95, back to 100%. That's a lot of ammonia. Then the sweet root. That'll give you 10% the hazard protection. 89. 9. Just in case you don't have any minerals or life support gels, you can use the plants as well.
Toxic protection.
Now mind you, right now I'm picking up pretty much anything I see. If we were on a harder difficulty, it would be a different story, because the harder the difficulty, the less inventory you get. But we're just playing on normal, so that we can enjoy the story, but not have it too easy on us. If you do want to play it more casual, they do have the story mode though, where it takes a lot of the survival out of it. You don't only have to worry about hazard pretty much. looking for a building. Fortunately, because of all the hills, we could have passed one by now. We wouldn't even known. What do we got over here? Again, don't follow the ships unless you actually see them landing. They will actually circle a landing pad a couple times before landing too. It won't just be them dipping down. You'll know they're landing.
Toxic protection. Falling.
Oh, look at that. So we have bear technology, but it's actually sticking out of the ground. Sometimes it'll glitch out like that, and it's a benefit because you want to grab as much of that salvage data as you can. Oh, our inventory's full. So, see if I can make one of these. That's up on the D-pad. You'll be pushing. So that you could grab your portable refiner. Now I need one metal plate to make it. So I'm going to have to drop something. Section. We'll just use all these up. And we're going to. Oh, we don't have enough ferrite dust. Remember, that is a question mark. Scan it so you get that money.
Units received. Toxic protection. Falling.
can make that plate. Now we can make our personal refiner. Hold X to use it. Oh, just itchy. Now we, again, condensed carbon, because if you use condensed carbon, A, I have more of it, and B, once you pick up the machine, this will just turn back to carbon, which you can then refine back to condensed carbon. So I was saying about all that. Rusted metal, we're going to turn right into ferrite dust. It's going to take a minute, but I didn't realize how far away we got from those, so we're going to start heading in their direction again. And maybe we'll see a building between us and them, since we did kind of a circle to get out here. I guess right now I'll take a moment to thank anyone who's watching. Like, subscribe, and share if you're enjoying. This is Joker at Joker's Wild Game. Thank you. We got enough ferrite dust out of that. That's gonna make it stop there. But we're going to all that goop. See, this will turn into living slime, and the green stuff will turn into the brown stuff. Just to make it easier on your inventory. Get rid of that stuff right now. Anything else I can make right now at the moment? So, the chromatic metal for your bolt caster, you're gonna need to refine that with copper. But in order to get copper, you're gonna have to dig it out of the ground or find a mineral that has it on the rare chance that it has it as a secondary option. This is a personal force field. That'll work with the left button, and what it is it'll actually bring up a little force field in front of you in the shape of a triangle that'll help you if you're being shot at or stuff like that. We're not going to put either of those on right now though. Oh, we got a movement module. Definitely going to take that right away. Use it right there. It gave me 162% to jetpack tanks, 6% to initial boost power, 30% sprint distance, and 16% fuel efficiency. Now I was telling you about the upgrades. This is a good one to start, for sure. We got some navigational data. Get some of these while we're waiting.
Fully.
This is just about done, which will clean up another spot for us. And I'm actually gonna move now that I got a couple free spots. So you don't even have to take the fuel out. You just pick up the entire refiner. Now that refiner, since you've already built it, goes sits into your inventory here. I got 2 free slots. And if you wanted to, you could break that down. Actually, what we're gonna do, we're gonna place this down real quick because I just saw I can get another quick free slot. So we're gonna put our carbon back in there. And then we're gonna take the marrow bulbs, which will give us sodium. And now we can stack our sodium. Now we pick that up, and now those 27 condensed carbon just turned into 100 carbon. So now, got a good stack of both of those, a couple free slots. Move some inventory around. Everything will look prettier. Got 3. Alright. Let's start heading back towards the ship and see if we find another building.
Toxic protection. Fully.
My jetpack lasts a lot longer than it did. Make sure you're collecting all those nanites too. You're gonna need those later.
Toxic protection. Fully.
So we're gonna go this way. Grab some more damage technology and machinery. Own another hazard protection.
Recharge.
Whoa! That was a long way down.
Toxic protection. Fully.
mark items like I just did, you just hold X on what you're looking at through your visor, and it'll bring it up so that you can see it no matter where you're looking. Sun is bright. We'll learn another word. The Gek word for the. Where is the plane? That one's too deep. As I said, sometimes it'll glitch out where it's actually above the surface. More floating crystals would be nice to get, but you can't yet.
Toxic protection. Falling.
Scanned all this yet? It seems like I have. See if we can find anything up over this little hill set. Ooh. I just need something with a landing pad or a store.
Toxic protection falling.
Learn the Gek word for eye. Starship launch fuel. Do I have any room left in my exosuit? I do not. So we will consume the rest of these. Out
Technology
of there.
recharge.
Okay, I got 2 slots.
Toxic protection falling.
Knock it off, planet. I'm in no mood. Come on. Let's find us some sort of landing pad or something. Look at that, guys. Game's pretty sweet. Even just to look around. Just be nicer if I wasn't on a toxic planet. Man, we're gonna get all our journey milestones by the time I even leave. Normally it doesn't take this long, as I've already said. You guys would already have been taken off by now. But I got stuck in a weird glitch situation where the building I'm supposed to go into is facing the wrong direction and is pressed up against the hill. Now, there is terrain manipulation in this game, and I can get to it, but you need to unlock the terrain manipulator as a blueprint. You can't get that blueprint unless you go find a guy who sells it to you. So we're gonna try to go find one of those guys, or we're going to try to buy the hermetic seal at a shop. And later on, once you get your ship all ready, you can actually learn to make hermetic seals as a blueprint. We need a building though. We need a building. Buried cache, buried cache. Jade piece. Humming sack. The rocket ship. Keep going this way. Oh, thank goodness for that new. See? What was I telling you? That jetpack upgrade? Beautiful. Climb up and down stuff now, no worries. This
Toxic protection.
kind
Falling.
of looks promising. Nope. Question mark.
Units received.
I don't know if you guys seen that. The rendering went to like a grid over on the left there. Climb up to the top of that mountain and see what's up there. Slowly just kind of doing a big spiral around the ship. Because the planets are randomly generated, so you never know where a building is going to be. It could spawn 100 feet from you, it could spawn several miles from you. Speaking of random generation, I probably won't hear me trying to say the names of a lot of the planets, as those are randomly generated too. Same with the names of the creatures and plants. Like, we're on planet Arunder, the 17th. Arunder. I wonder if I'll ever find a space station or loading dock or building. I wonder indeed. Ooh, that was a cave I just launched over.
Toxic protection. Falling.
We've walked so far, we just discovered a new region.
Units received.
Units received.
Units received.
And even though it throws you out into the wild at first, and it seems like you're just running across a giant open vast nothing, there is actually lots and lots of story to this game. Even the suit has a story, but I'm not going to tell you. That you could find out later.
Toxic damage detected. Units received.
Well, ran out of hazard protection. Pop that back in there. Do some life support too.
Technology recharge. Units received.
Now, there's a couple different hazardous plants. There's the whipping kind, which can hit you from a distance.
Toxic
Then there's like a
protection.
landmine kind, which if you step on it, it bites you like a Venus flytrap. And then there's also the gassy guys that I don't think we've seen yet. But I'm going to show you a trick when we find them. because they're full of oxygen, and thank goodness we found a building. We are safe! And it's exactly what I'm looking forward to. So I can go in here and either buy the blueprint for the terrain manipulator, which will then get me the hermetic seal properly, or the wall hasn't loaded in there. Interesting. But anyways, now we have a multi-tool that we can pick up, but more than likely we're not going to have anywhere near enough money to get this thing. It's only a C class, and it's got a lot more space than ours does. But to compare it, they're going to want 2.5 million units for it. I'm going to sell a bunch of stuff right now anyways, but I highly doubt we're going to get anywhere near that. This is a Gek. They are the trading merchants of the galaxy. So we can go purchase blueprints, and in here we could learn a bunch of cool things. The terrain manipulator is not one of them. So we better hope that he has a hermetic seal. There we go.
Product received.
$1,000. Now we're going to sell those pearls.
Units received.
We are going to sell our silver.
Units received.
We can sell the rusted metal.
Units received.
We don't need it. Facium.
Units received.
And that's all we got. But now we got a good little chunk of money from all that. 114,000. So we can talk to the Toil Gek. Again, not gonna try with a lot of their names. I think his name is Ojil, something like that. O-J-I-L. The small creature is busy adding up trade profits when I appear. Sensing me, their eyes widen in anticipation, and they rub their fingers together greedily. See, because we learned a couple of the words, we know friend, the, and Gek. They now appear because we've learned them. But the rest of it's still untranslated. The life form pecks empathically at the monetary figures on their pad, then bounces up and down. A pleasant aroma fills the air, a relief after the harsh reek of ammonia that cloaks this world. Now, usually, you're going to want something, and one of the three answers will give you something different depending on what you click on. I'm going to go with giving him 100 units. I assume he's some sort of trader. He wants the monetary value. So I'll give him the money, and likely he's going to give me something better than if I were to just tap the pad or pat him on the head. There we go. I gave him $100 and he gave me another movement module. Now, with the modules, you can stack up to 4 that aren't original blueprints. So if they are pieces you get like this, where you just directly install them, you can only have up to 4. But they do stack. I got another 107% tank, 7% fuel efficiency, and a 2% recharge rate. And now see the gold box around all of them? That's because they're all stacked together, because they're all the same piece. Now we got a lot more room. Move some stuff around again. Just make it look a little prettier. Steel. Alright, I'm going to take that encrypted navigation data. We're going to, any plant like this, usually, if you're not getting a milestone, you can search them, and they'll just give you carbon. this right here is a galactic trade outpost. Now, these work on economy, depending on what system you're in, depending on how good the system is for economy, rating on 1, 2, 3 stars. The higher the star rating, the better the economy is. Now, each of these systems have different things you could buy. You're not always going to have gold, you're not always going to have things like this. Like, it all depends on which system you're going to. Later on, you're going to get to the point where you're just going to buy all this stuff, and then mining it, you're not going to need to. So I'm going to buy up all their cobalt, because I'm going to end up turning it into more pieces of ion batteries. I've already talked to him, so he has nothing else to say to me. And then check the walls. Oh, see? You gotta go up to these, because they're gonna give you a bunch of free nanites. No one making this recording in case leaving behind in the fabricator might be of some use. Visor damaged. Can't find ship. Cover supplies. The log finishes and the machine whirs to life, spitting out supplies. I have the hermetic seal. I need to repair my ship. Oh, so all I needed to do was find one of these on the wall and I would have got the hermetic seal. But you needed to find a building anyways. Normally, when you look at these though, it gives you nanites. So I'm going to talk to the merchant again. I'm going to see if I have enough nanites to purchase. I have 287. What I'm going to do first, the reason why we were keeping all this slime is I'm going to take it now, put it all in here. Now this isn't efficient in late game, but in early game, this can benefit you. You take all the slime, and you keep refining it up to the final point, and you'll get runaway mold. Now if you have a whole bunch of runaway mold, it is worth it to refine them for the nanites that you will get. But if it's only a little bit, you're not going to get too much out of it. There are better ways to refine to get nanites than using runaway mold. You could use larval cores, you could use tainted metal, there's a bunch of different ways. You could even sell off the upgrades that you'll get, extra upgrades you'll get that you won't need because you have a better one. You can then take those and sell them to a merchant and he'll give you nanites for upgrades. But it has to be a certain merchant, and I'll show you that one, which one that is too. And we're gonna take this, find it as well. Oops. Push Y on it, and it'll bring up the menu if you want to add more. Again, I'm using condensed carbon instead of regular carbon because you can always make condensed carbon out of regular carbon. let this refine a little more. Remember, for those of you watching, don't forget to like, share, subscribe at Joker's Wild Games. You can follow me on Twitch, follow me on YouTube. You could even add me on Xbox if you want. We've got a decent amount, so we're gonna take that. Now we're gonna take this. And we're going to add more. We're going to grind up a good amount of this. I'm not going to make you wait the whole time. We're just going to grab some. I'll do this in my spare time. Just sitting at the refiner, watching it spin. It was a good game. What you could do with this is like you join a Discord or you have your friends in chat or whatever, so you got something to do while you're refining. Or in later on situations, you can set up multiple refiners and then actually go do stuff while you're refining. I'm just standing beside it so that I don't lose it, and then we also can get back to the ship afterwards. I just wanted to quickly show you what to do with runaway mold, because I want to pick up a couple things with using nanites. So we're going to refine up a little bit here. We'll store the rest now. We'll take the runaway mold. We'll grind it. It's going to give us 18. See what I mean? It's like, it's going to take you a while to refine all those different slimes up to runaway mold to be able to get the nanites. So unless you've got a really good stack of it, there's no point in it. Take those. Take that and put it in the exosuit. Then again, right stick picks up the portable refiner. Any fuel left gets turned back into carbon for you. Now we're gonna go talk to the merchant. Sorry to interrupt your conversation, guys. Technology merchant has blueprints and components. So we're gonna look at this guy right here, the advanced mining laser. That will allow you to mine the second tier stuff. It won't allow you to dig up any mining deposits in the ground, but any big rock or mineral, it'll now be able to break it down. Now, our secondary is I'm gonna go for the waveform recycler, because then it'll allow me to scan further and with less recharge time. Or the shield, you know, we're gonna go with that because that's gonna be easier to make, because this one we're gonna need antimatter for, and you don't get to make antimatter yet. That you learn in a couple missions. We're gonna take the scanner for now. And then it says we need magnetized ferrite. So again, I'm gonna pop out my refiner real quick here. And this is a lot quicker process. We're gonna take our carbon. We're gonna take our ferrite dust, slap that in there. I need about half. So once this hits 200, you can just grab it out. Tap A and transfer it over. With Y is a quick transfer, or you can just pick it up and move it with A. I'm going to take the pure ferrite, bring it right over here, and that'll make our magnetized ferrite. And I'll show you why I'm making that magnetized ferrite. There, now we have our magnetized ferrite. We're gonna put that in the exosuit. And again, pick up the refinery. Now, with the magnetized ferrite, I can go to my multi-tool. I'm gonna grab him and move it over here. And then I'm going to add this with the magnetized ferrite and an ion battery, which I have a lot of. I now have a further distance for my scanner. So now this is the mining beam here. We're going to want the advanced. So we had 2 hermetic seals because we picked one up and I had bought one because I thought I needed one. So I'm going to use one there. Now we need wiring loom and nano cables. Nano tubes, sorry. So nanotube, make right there. How many of those do we need? Just the one. And wiring loom. I can't make those, but with all that money I just made, I should be able to buy them. Correct word being should. Odin's wiring loom. We're actually just gonna. Do we have anything else we could sell? Get rid of the 2 runaway mold. We can get. Sell half our cobalt. Sell. As tempting as it would be to sell those right now, don't sell them because you're going to need them for later. Same with the navigation data. We're going to sell him all of our living slime and fluid. Now let's see if we got enough to buy 2. Yep. Right on. So now with that, we can fix that. Bam! Advanced mining laser. Now we can mine all the big stuff and we'll actually get a better result out of it. So now, we still have our hermetic seal. We can head back to the ship. First I'm gonna pop into here. These usually got, oh, check that out. Stock transfer, gives us some free money. First aid, fills our health to the maximum. What do we got in this one? Oh, Halo Archive. No one making a corner case leaving behind fabricator might be of some use. Visor damage. Can't find ship. Recover supplies. Oh, give me another hermetic seal. I think these will keep giving you hermetic seals until you go and can do the first mission. Because these are supposed to give you nanites normally. So we'll grab this damaged machinery real quick. I'm just going to destroy the slime instead of picking it up this time. Because we're going to boogie over to our ship now. Now, just in case you want to come back here, you could always look back and set a marker with X. Now there's a beacon here. So So I know that where this building is if I need to come back here. Oh, now it's telling me to grab the visor. See, I'd already grabbed that. That's what this is, what I was telling you about. So you can scan everything to give you a bunch of free stuff. I might have scanned too much stuff though. But that's okay. You just hit B and it'll go away. We'll just make a mad dash to the ship now. Because as soon as you get to your ship, if you can get in and out of it, that's your save point. Have more sodium along the way. Eventually, with your jetpack upgraded and your sprint upgraded and everything too, you get so quick across the planet that it's a lot quicker than taking like animals, your exosuit, sometimes even your ship, because you can see a lot more when you're on the ground. So it's a lot better to use your jetpack and punch across and everything. Now that there is an abandoned building by the looks of it. No, that's another manufacturing facility. Alright, so that again will have a reinforced door that you have to shoot open, which we don't have anything that'll do that. And it will be heavily guarded by Sentinels, the robotic police of this galaxy. They'll take it anyways. We just got a microprocessor as well. Very nice. Big hole. Let's see if we can go around this way. Everyone who's watching, don't forget to like, follow, share, subscribe, do all that jazz. Hit the notification bell if you want notifications. Joker at Joker's Wild Game. Thank you all for joining again. You're just coming into the stream now. We're doing a fresh start. Just learning the basics. Showing everyone what to do and little tips and tricks here and there. How to get different items, different crafting abilities right off the bat, different tricks you could do right off the bat that you wouldn't normally be able to do in other games. Using ion batteries and life support gel instead of using minerals, because the cost efficiency is much, much, much better, and you can fit way more of them in your inventory. Toxic protection falling. Just gotta get to the ship now. Wait, can I do it from here? No. Didn't think so. You have to be within like 100 spatial units or something like that, and then you're able to access your inventory to your ship. You don't actually have to be sitting in your ship, and then you can install a teleporter to it later, which will then increase that distance. Mind you, it's not planet-wide at all. The one you want to get is the interstellar teleporter for your freighter later on. But that's way later on. go, guys. It said 16 minutes, but it definitely didn't take us that long to get here. We're only 1,000 units away now. Something was unidentified. There we go.
Protection falling.
This pulpy roots. Again, that's food that you could use instead of minerals or other things. I personally go with the life support gels and ion batteries, but you can use different local vegetation and minerals if you wanted to. Oh, not what I wanted to do. So the beacon that I had placed over there is now here. You only get one, so we're just gonna remove that. Said remove that. It's gone. So our beacon's gone, unfortunately. Unless no, it's gone. But it doesn't matter. We're heading to our ship anyways.
Toxic protection falling.
Careful doing that. There is fall damage. I will keep reminding you that.
Technology recharge. Toxic protection falling.
I understand I'm passing a bunch of stuff, but kind of excited to finally get in this ship. Right on. Alright, so let's repair stuff. Start with the pulse engines. We had already put in the metal plate earlier. Now we got our hermetic seal. Put that in.
Technology repaired.
And we now have a pulse engine. Now we click over here. We're going to need pure ferrite and dihydrogen jelly. Well, I can make dihydrogen jelly because I have dihydrogen already. And I use that to make my life support gels anyways. So we can make one of those. Go to our starship. And you pop that in there. It'll be the flashing blue one. Will tell you which item that where you need to put it. And then, do we have any pure ferrite? We don't. So we hop out. Pull out our little friendly refiner again. We toss in some fuel. I use condensed carbon because breaking it down it becomes carbon again, and vice versa. You can always refine carbon back into condensed carbon. We take our ferrite dust to get our pure ferrite. I think it said we needed 50 or 100. I don't remember. We're gonna split it anyways. There's 100 there. Put that in the exosuit. Exosuit. I think we're standing close enough. Pure ferrite. There we go.
Technology repaired.
Launch thrusters repaired. Starship repaired. Pick up refiner with right stick. Now, Hop inside. Says, seek answers among the stars. Use right trigger to take off. And away we go. Now, first person is nice, but I personally like to play in third person, and that is just down on the D-pad, go over to your options, till you find the spaceship, switch starship view, and now we got a nice third person view of the ship. So, I'm gonna go through the basics of flight now. It wants you to push right trigger to fly. Sometimes it won't register right away. Just keep pushing it till it sees it. Okay, it sees it now. And it wants you to push B to pulse. That'll give you a little bit quicker of a speed there. Now it wants you to push left button and right button to do a pulse engine. And that goes into the Windows screensaver. Oh, we have an incoming message. Push down on the D-pad. And this one right here, Starship Communicator, that's what it'll automatically bring you to. Incoming transmission, source number 4925B. Please identify yourself. I'm... You are not alone. Follow the broadcast ends. As strangely as it began, the final piece of the signal appears to be set of planetary coordinates. Input coordinate data.
Alert. Navigational data received.
So now, I'm going to highlight it for you. Over on this planet here. So all you want to do is just aim at it. Well, you can scan the planet if you want with your left stick again. That's your scanner. We're going to a boggy planet. But you just aim at the item you're looking for and hit your pulse together again, and it'll bring you right to where you want to go. Now while you are pulsing like this, you can access your inventory, which is pretty convenient. And since we have this module for our ship, we might as well install it. And there we go. It gives it a boost because they're together. I'm gonna move some other technology around just because that's the way I am. Now this tritium, you can get it from asteroids and stuff like that. It's fuel. I'm just gonna throw it right in. Also, we were given, we picked up a launch fuel. So I'm also going to put that right in. So it gave us 81% fuel and 100% takeoff. Freeing up an extra space for us too. I'm also going to take anything that I don't need to carry on me, like the rusted metal, that I'm going to end up refining later, stuff like that. Big items like hermetic seals, microprocessors, stuff like that. I'm going to put that all there into my starship, and what I did there is just quick transferred it over. I'm going to take anything important that I could still need on me, move it around too, just to organize a little bit. Now we got a lot more 7, 8, 9 free spots. 2 spots in here. Our hazard protection has been beefed up and is now all working together. While we're on the screen, as I was saying earlier, you could do the quick way like I normally do, or you could just grab one while you're here, toss it in. Our starship now has that technology, or that inventory for us. As long as you're near it, within 100 units, you could use the inventory in it. Alright, so our pulse engine stopped us right above the planet, because that's as close as it'll take us. And now you just fly into the system here. Approximate location. Now it's probably going to be the house that it's showing us over there, but I'm going to land just to show you. That when I land, it saves, and now it's going to tell me with the sweeper mode which direction I'm going to want to go. And it says it's going to be 210 units the opposite direction of which way I thought. But what I'm going to do is that's actually going to end the stream for today. We'll probably be doing another stream later this evening though. So if you've enjoyed the video, like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. Thanks for joining me. This is Joker at Joker's Wild Game, and I'll see you next time.